Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm doing a Q&A. Get ready with me. I have my makeup. I'm just gonna get ready really quickly, and I thought I would do a little question and answer chat with y'all. I posted on my YouTube community tab and then on Instagram. I like to do these like every couple of months. I guess it's been two or 3 months almost. So here we go. I will link my makeup down below just in case. I mean, I know people are going to ask questions, so here we go. First question. After leaving work this year, do you think it was a good decision that you made? So I decided like in the spring, like whenever I was on maternity leave, and then when I went back to work, then the school district got rid of my job that I had. So I had the decision to go back to teaching because I had like kind of an administrative job. I was an instructional coach. I really enjoyed that job, like really did love it. And I was intending on keeping that and like staying there. I loved helping teachers, like it was great. And then my school district got rid of that position. So I got kind of stuck with a last resort job, which was like high school social studies, which is not my expertise, and I'm not even like qualified or certified or want to do high school social studies. So I decided I would, you know, take a year off with the baby, then reevaluate if I wanted to continue staying home or not. And I'm not gonna lie, this summer was really challenging for me mentally. I am a really social person. I love to talk to people. I love to see people. It's hard for me to be just in my house all the time. And that this summer was hard. Hard being with my kids and not getting a break from them to actually do work. Because the thing that like a lot of people think, or maybe they forget, is that like I'm not just chilling at home watching TV. I'm actually trying to work and like make an income. So I do have a job. I do have stuff I need to do. I have to get done. I have YouTube. I have New Skin. I have a team on New Skin, like people that rely and need me. So this summer was a very challenging mentally. It was challenging, you know, just because I had a baby and my kids were home all the time. And I was just like, maybe I'm not cut out for this, okay? Maybe I'm not supposed to be at home. That's just what I started thinking. And I really, in like July, I would say I was kind of regretting my decision. I was like, you know what? I can't do anything about it now, but I might like I need to go back to work next year. Just because of the way I was feeling and the way the summer was going. And then my kids went to school and things started getting better. And now it's like the 3rd week of school and I'm starting to realize that, hey, I can actually do my job when my kids go to school and we're on a routine. And I'm liking it a whole lot more. I'm not gonna say that I'm never going back to education, and I'm not gonna say that like I don't know what's gonna happen next year, and I don't have to make that decision right now. And I truly do believe that if I am meant to go back to education, one, I'm gonna be picky. I'm not just gonna choose anything just to get my foot back in the door. I'm, you know, because I can just do what I'm doing here from home. So if I am meant to be doing something like I was doing, then I truly, like, wholeheartedly believe that God's gonna, you know, make that happen. Like he always does when he does things. Right? So now that my kids are in school and we're in a routine, I am liking it. I love that I'm home with him. Especially because he has been so sick. I don't know if y'all can hear him breathing, but he has been very sick. Like, I think he's had like an upper respiratory virus, like fever, nasal, like congestion, and he's finally getting over it. But like, I probably would have already at this point in the school year have used up my days to be home with him. And I just know, like, I would be so sad about that. I'd have work. So I'm so thankful that I am home with him this year. But I will say one thing that is hard for me is not being like as social. Like whenever I was working, being like away from, like, getting just that break from my kids was so good for my mental state, for my patience level, for my love to give to people. That sounds horrible, but if you're a mom, you know what I mean. And it's harder now because I don't get that break. I'm very tired. I'm very exhausted mentally. Like, mentally, there's been some struggle. Here. All right, next question. Any more babies in the future? No. I am very much done. I love them. If I could not have to have the child, maybe. But like, I just feel like my body's kind of done. Like, I don't want to have anymore. I don't. My husband works really long hours and I mentally cannot do another kid. I cannot do that. All right. What was your specialty at school? I just did like elementary education, and then I was an instructional coach, like I just said. How do you manage nap times with the older kids and busy schedules? Does the baby just have to go with the flow, or do you try to make sure you're home? So the baby, up until like a few weeks ago, absolutely hated the car seat. So I would try to always make sure we were home for nap time, and it was hard. But now I'm very much like a go with the flow parent. Like, we are busy and have stuff to do. Like, you gotta learn how to take a nap in your bed, on the couch, at someone else's house, in the car. And I only have the baby that really naps anymore. Like, my older two don't nap unless it's like really like a long day. Look how crazy the difference is in this stuff. Y'all gotta get this. The baby does nap. Sybil will sometimes. But she's recently just been like going to bed early because she's not napping. But the baby just naps. So right now it's easy because like if he falls asleep in the car seat, I just carry the car seat with me wherever. He's not at that hard stage where they're too big, like they're out of that little car seat. You know what I mean? Like, if you're a mom, you get it. Okay. What are your thoughts on homeschooling? How do you deal with differing values in the public schools? I'm curious what your thoughts are, considering you're a teacher. So I live in Texas, and for the most part, y'all, there's nothing that I'm truly alarmed about. My kids are young. I know their curriculum that they learn because I was the instructional coach last year at their school. And at this point, there's nothing I'm worried about my kids learning. Texas is pretty conservative, but like, I want my kids to go to public school. Like, our school we have in our little town is really great. Like, I am completely fine with it. They love it. I have no desire to homeschool, and my kids don't want that either. Like, my kids love going to school. They love their teachers. They love what they learn. They love their friends. At this point, the only way I would ever homeschool is if there was just like this huge shift in education in our state where they were learning things they shouldn't. Obviously, like, I don't know, like if the school system just went to trash, like I would do that in a heartbeat for my kids. But right now, ooh, that's not something that I desire. I don't want to teach my kids, y'all. I do not want to teach them. They hardly listen to me as it is. I know so many people do homeschool, and I imagine you have to have so much patience, because I don't want to do that at all. Okay, what are we doing, man? I'm just doing a little bit of something on my eyes so that I don't look cray. Okay, next question. Okay, thoughts on homeschooling and eliminating red dye for behavior. I've been hearing a lot of chatter about both. So, I do think that red dye affects my kids. And one thing I love about Aldi, I saw this on TikTok, and I don't know, like I haven't read about it like on the company's side of things. I saw a TikTok about this girl that said she heard that Aldi does not produce like their own products that have red dye, and she went around the store and was like picking up their stuff to see, and she couldn't find red dye in like their own stuff. Like there were red Doritos on the shelf that obviously, you know, Aldi has brands in there that aren't theirs, but their own things that they produce didn't have red dye. Another reason why I love Aldi. Okay, so I just try to avoid it. Like sometimes, you know, it's, ow, he's pinching me. Sometimes it's hard to, ow, like I'm not gonna let my kids, like if they're doing something and they're getting popsicles at like baseball or like something and the popsicles have red dye, I'm not gonna be that mom that's like, stop, wait, my kids can't have that, it has red dye in it. If it's in my control, like in my house, I'm just trying to make sure I don't buy those things. Sometimes I don't check things, like sometimes I forget, or sometimes I'll buy something that I think doesn't have it and then it does, and I'm like, oh well, that stinks. I won't buy that again. So I'm just trying to, if I can, to avoid it. But yeah, I definitely think that it affects my kids. Does that affect everybody? I don't know. I've heard some people say that it doesn't. All right, I'm gonna use this e.l.f. brown eyeliner. I really like it. Okay, how have you been? That's very kind. Honestly, I would say that I haven't been doing good as like a mom and really a wife in general. I feel like I've just really been struggling with being happy. I am, you know, now kind of like a stay-at-home mom, and it's been an adjustment for me going from being a working mom, which is very stressful, and now you know, being a working mom is stressful just because you're balancing everything. You're out of the home, childcare, daycare, you know, juggling working and sick kids, just like not having a lot of time. You know, there's a lot of stress problems at work that you have to try to like not bring home and stress yourself out. But you know, now I'm a stay-at-home mom, like work from home mom, and it is very stressful too, but in different ways. And I knew that it was going to be. I would say like what's better now is like I don't have to juggle working out of the house and working at home. Like I basically had 3 jobs and I was very stressed out. Hold on. It's very stressful being at home, and for me it's been a really big adjustment. Like I'm still not doing that great. Like, and my husband's always gone. Like I'm always doing things by myself, and that is what's really hard is I get lonely. I think that like not working and my husband always being gone, like that was my way to talk to people, and now I'm really lonely. I do have like some good friends, but like, and we talk, but like it's different like seeing somebody in person and talking versus on the phone. And I get lonely being here with my kids and my cats and cleaning and doing the same thing, and like my heart goes out to all of the stay-at-home moms now, because now I totally get that. And not to mention that it's very isolating doing YouTube, because even though I have like all of y'all, people in my real life, like nobody really gets it. And it's isolating because I feel like I don't have anybody to talk to that understand like what I do. But it's weird because like I talk to all of y'all like, but I don't see y'all. I don't know y'all. And I don't know, honestly, like I've been struggling more mentally than I have since like I was a first-time mom when I was 21 and I had a baby and I had like a crisis and needed intervention. I do have medicine that I take for like anxiety, and it really does help me be a better mom. I've thought about upping it, but I don't want to do that. Like, you know, I don't want to do that. So at this point, I'm just trying to like cope and like manage myself, and I'm still like getting used to this, getting the hang of this. I am better now that school has started and we're in a routine and my kids are going to school and things, but mentally, like, it's just very hard. I feel like I'm not doing good because my husband has gone a lot and I do a lot of this alone. And I know that everybody's like, oh, how do you do all of that you do? You're so amazing. You know, I don't know how you do it all. And I'm like, I don't know how I do it all either. I'm not doing it all. That's the thing. I make this joke whenever people like ask me, how do you do it all? My joke is literally that sometimes I just black out, I think, because I will just like not remember like anything that happened that day, because I'm like I block it out. Like I black out. I don't want to know what we did today. I just want to forget it. Like, I don't know, it's hard being a mom. And like, that's how I'm doing, long story short. Okay, trying to finish some of these questions. Okay, what devices, apps do you use for editing or filming for YouTube? So I just use iMovie. I have a Mac. I use iMovie, and the camera that I use, he's so snorty. The camera that I use is a G7X Mark III. All-time favorite show or movie? I love the Selena movie, honestly. Like the one with Jennifer Lopez, that's one of my all-time favorite movies. What made you decide to join an MLM? So basically, whenever I joined, I did not like realize that that's what it was. I just thought I could share stuff, like share links and make money like I do with Amazon. But basically, like, and then when I found out it was an MLM, it didn't matter to me because I already loved the products and I was making money doing the same thing that I was with Amazon. It's not a big deal whenever people share stuff from Amazon, from Like to Know It. So why is it a big deal when I share stuff from New Skin? I don't know why. I don't know why. People have a really bad, like, idea about companies like this, because there are some companies that do it wrong and have like ruined the reputation for everybody else. But I love the company, I love the products, and I literally have had not one bad experience. It's different than any other company. And the whole MLM thing, like, it will get me on a rant so fast, because literally everything is an MLM. Like, the CEO of a company makes money off of the people under him or her. This is the same thing. Like, if people join my team and make money, I don't make money. Like, I don't make money from them. I don't take away their earnings just because, like, their earnings aren't given to me. Like, they make money for themselves, and then the company decides to give me income based off of people under me and how they do. So, like, it's not an MLM scheme. That's what people like to say. There's no scheme about it. Like, they get paid based off of what they do. I get paid based off of what I do. And at the end of the month, I do get something from my team. But it's not taking away from them. Oh, can you go pick me out a color? Yeah. And then I'll put it on. Do you need to consume a certain amount of calories for breastfeeding, or does your body just know after 4? I will say that I need to consume calories to, like, not be hangry, but I have never tried to track or anything. Is that, like, in the old days, people didn't have food sometimes and their bodies were able to make milk, and like even now in parts of the world where they don't have food all the time, their bodies can still make milk. So I don't actually agree that your body has to have a certain amount of calories for milk. I think that your body, if you don't, it's gonna pull from your fat storage to produce the milk, and that's what it does scientifically. So I've never tried to track calories for breastfeeding. I just eat what I want when I'm hungry, and my body makes milk. But I know everybody's different. Everybody's body is different. Let's see what this next question is, Sybil. How do you handle being overwhelmed as a mom, like when dad's at work? Does mommy get mad at y'all? Why?
Because you give me a spanking on the bell.
A spanking? What do you do to get spankings?
No, you did it.
Oh, yes. So basically, I do get overwhelmed. I'm not
coming over
I'm
my
not a
house.
perfect mom.
Grandma's coming over to your house.
I try to like go outside for a second to be alone, or walk away to another room. But I'm not like perfect, and I mess up. But I do take medicine, like I said, to help me, and it does help. How do you organize your bills? I have a budgeting planner. Van, I will link it down below, and that's what I do every month when we get paid. I set our budget, write down our bills, try to track our like spending. It's different now because when I was a teacher, I got paid once a month, and now I get paid every week.
Mommy, I got makeup on you.
Sybil.
Sorry, I just sent you a tip.
It's okay, I'll fix it. You need to go get toilet paper and dry your lips off. Okay, how do you handle church with all of the kids? Getting out the door on time, keeping them entertained. Does your husband teach a subject at school? Yes, my husband teaches high school math. I think he does algebra 2, and he actually teaches the Dave Ramsey class, actually, which is cool. How do you handle church with kids? We probably don't do this like normal, but I sing at church, so I have to be at church at 9:30. So I go like to church early to sing, and my husband brings the other kids, like all of them, to church at 10. And so like I help get them ready, but I leave to go sing, and then he brings them, and they have Sunday school, and then they have like during our service, they're not usually in there. My older one, Truett is, the baby is, but the two girls in the middle, they actually go to like a class during church. So that's what we do. But I know that like not every church is like that. Does your youngest daughter go to a babysitter or daycare? She went full-time last year, and then now that I'm not working full-time, she's only going 2 or 3 days a week, and I'm just doing that to be able to like still get work done at home. But she still wants to like see her friends and loves her teacher, so she's going 2 to 3 days a week. But then next year she is going to pre-K, which is crazy. Can't believe it. Are my kids picky eaters? Not really, but there are like certain foods that each them have that they don't like, and I just don't fight them on it right now. Like Truett doesn't like tomatoes. There's just like certain things, but I'm sure they'll grow out of it. Are you able to go on a family vacation every year? How do you plan for one? We try to do one every summer. We usually do like one in June and one in July. The one in June though is camping, and camping is very affordable. It's very cheap, so that's like our first vacation. And then we try to do something every summer with our friends, and that's the one I would just recommend saving like $50 a month if you can throughout the year to be able to get yourself started on a vacation. Some people use their tax return. Some people, use money from their savings. Just find a vacation that you can fit into your budget. Like kids love camping, and it's so cheap. Like you could do tent camping. Like they don't care. They just want to go do something. It doesn't have to be crazy. Avoid getting on a plane. Like that's expensive. Just go somewhere a few hours away. Like it doesn't have to be this huge elaborate thing. Does your family ever get tired of having tacos? I notice she makes a lot of dishes with tomatoes, something similar to the taco family. I don't know. I mean, just y'all only see some of my life. Okay, y'all probably only see 10% of my life. I don't cook tacos all the time. I don't cook stuff from the taco family all the time. That's just what y'all see. So, like, I know that this was written with love, but like, it's so annoying. What are some of your values, morals in life? I mean, I don't even know how to like answer that. I just try. I'm a Christian. Like, I try to just believe what the Bible says we should believe. I don't know. I don't want to like go down that rabbit hole. What is your posting schedule, or do you not have a set one? My posting schedule is that I try to post 2 times a week. I usually do like Sunday, Wednesday, or Monday, Thursday. That's usually it. Do you give your kids different levels of freedom depending on their age? That's a hard question. Does your children have any toys that they do around the home? Chores. Yes, my son has to take out the trash, take the trash can to the road, take it back. He has to clean his room. My daughter has to clean her room. My 3-year-old has to help clean. My older daughter likes to do the dishes. They have to bring their clothes, put it in the washroom, take their basket back. My older two can put their clothes away now. Like, they do a lot. Like, but I mean, we try to make them do a lot. All right, so I think that that's it. I hope that y'all enjoyed, and I will see y'all in my next video. I'm gonna have some more cooking videos next week. I'm also gonna have a vlog on my birthday. My birthday's coming up on September 7th. I'm gonna have a video that day with a little collaboration with a company that I really, really like. So stay tuned for that. I will see y'all in my next video. Bye, everybody.